What's going on, Toronto Raptor fans? We had a stinker this afternoon. Normally, the Raptors have a half decent record on these Sunday afternoon games because for some reason we play more Sunday afternoon games than any other team. Probably a Toronto scheduling type of thing where they'll jam those in, but the audience we're not quite prime time enough of a team unless we're taking on the championship like we did sort of leading up to 2019 and then in 2019. So, yeah, Toronto Raptors lose to the Boston Celtics 121 to 113. And a game where, got our teeth kicked in the first half by Boston. I mean, especially like Derek White, this guy just draining threes all over the place. Jaylen Brown was eating our lunch all day. He had 30. Derek White had 27. And they just bombed the heck out of 3-point land. I mean, Derek White took 15 3-pointers. He only hit six. I mean, that is not a great percentage, but my gosh, just sheer volume. I mean, it's like, Kobe Bryant out there, Jaylen Brown, 3 of 4, and then Peyton Pritchard, too. Not, I guess it's decent percentage. It's 3 of 8, so that's probably close to 37, 38%, which, okay, half decent. But yeah, just the sheer volume of their team. I mean, they took 47 threes. They were 20 of 47. The Raptors took 22 threes. We were 9 of 22. So off the top of my head, those percentages are close. But when we're trading twos for threes, you're not really going to win. And the other thing that Darko did that was odd was we came back. We were down by as many as 23 points, at least, possibly more, but I definitely remember 23. And in the third quarter, we came back. I mean, we actually outscored them in the third quarter, 32 to 20. And just early into the fourth, we took the lead for a minute. And then I don't know what happened. Darko switched the lineup, and Emmanuel quickly came back in and started missing shots. He wasn't even that bad overall, but and then Brandon Ingram was missing shots, so it was like the quietest 30 I've ever seen from Brandon. I was shocked even when they said he had 24. Scottie Barnes ended up with 18. Scottie Barnes should have taken the ball more. There was a point leading up to the comeback where he just decided, okay, you know what, I got to take over this game. And he was backing down people. He was bullying people. He was using his size. He was, getting into the paint and scoring. Then they lost that tenacity. Shockingly, this AJ Lawson, I know he's been tearing it up in the 905, for the 905, I mean, in the G League, but he came in like a lightning bolt. I mean, he was only in 13 minutes. Guy had 10 points, 5 rebounds. I mean, wow, no turnovers, no steals or blocks, but still he was okay defensively. He got a lot of fouls, but he was stopping at least the momentum of them scoring and continuing to pummel us. And yeah, him and Agbaji sort of made some stuff happen. And Agbaji finally hit a three from the corner. He was 1 of 1 from 3-point range. This guy was in the 40s last year. So I've been saying we need one of Jamison Battle, Grady Dick, Ochai Agbaji, or Yakapurtle. Sorry, Yakapurtle. I mean, Jacoby Walter. Sorry, I was thinking of the J. I'm looking at Yakapurtle here on the screen. Yeah, Jacoby Walter to step up, and Jacoby Walter started this one again in replace of RJ. I mean, what we really need is RJ to come back ultimately. But one of these guys has got to come in as the sixth man, and it seems to me Agbaji might be this guy. Agbaji last year was the guy, and he had some energy plays coming in today. But yeah, maybe AJ Lawson is another guy we got to put into the rotation because he looked like he deserved it. I mean, we all like Mamu Kelishvili. We all like Jamal Shed. So I'm not trying to, you know, knock them down on the scale of validity, but importance to the bench. We need a wing forward type player to come off the bench and be able to score. The way we stagger the starting lineup into the bench, it can't continue. Like, we need to have our clearly defined leaders. Yes, I think it's great to have, a Jakob Pertl, Scottie, and then they've got, Jamal Shed, Dick, and it depends. It varies. Sometimes it is Akbaji, sometimes it's Colin Murray Boyle, sometimes it's Jacoby Walter maybe staying out there. But yeah, when RJ comes back, we'll have our starters, and then we need to have an Agbaji. And again, if it's a Lawson that can come into the rotation and actually get us some points, rather than Grady Dick was in 7 minutes, 0 points. Jacoby Walter started this game in 12 minutes, 0 points. This is not acceptable. Colin Murray Boyles comes in off the bench, 6 minutes only, 0 points. Now, he's not a point guy, so I don't mind him. If he's coming in for defensive plays or we've got the lead and we've got some scorers out there like, Quickly's having a good game and Scottie and RJ are scoring points, and then you want to bring in Murray Boyles for some defense, great. Or Scottie goes off to rest, and you keep Murray Boyles out there while the offense goes through RJ Quickly and Ingram. Again, all those are options. And if Pirtle's on the floor, he can get his. If Mamukelashvili is on the floor, he can get his. So anyway, my fantasy is that maybe we found the guy. Maybe Agbaji can step up. He was 4 of 7 from the floor. He was 1 of 1, as I said, from 3-point range, and he got to the free throw line and was actually 2 of 2. Guy had 3 rebounds, 2 blocks. I mean, this is pretty solid. A game that you can have coming off the bench, only playing 22 minutes, and especially when he has not been able to get that consistency going. Maybe this is the turning point. He definitely had a huge smile on his face when he hit that 3 in the corner, and it caused Boston to call a timeout to stop the momentum. So please let this man, keep this going. Grady, to keep practicing, man. Keep practicing. Try and get 90 up 100 threes. Stay there. Stay in the gym until you're able to do it, because we need you long term. But for now, all good. And they even tried Elijah Martin. Again, I don't know why. I saw Jamison Battle was wearing street clothes, not even dressed for the game. They had Mogbo dressed, ready to be able to go in. They had Chucky Hepburn dressed. These guys were all coach's decisions, did not play. But yeah, anyways, wow. I don't know. Depressing. We're a better team than Boston. We got to start proving to the rest of the league that we can beat these kind of teams. We got to learn for ourselves to prove to the Raptors players that they can beat these teams again. Psychologists, hypnotists, let's get them in there. Otherwise, we're gonna have to maybe start looking around the Raptors audience maybe for somebody that could hit some threes and possibly try out for this team and get in there, because if we're going to be playing teams like Boston is missing Tatum. They traded away, a bunch of their guys that were key components of their team's personality. They mentioned it a few times on the broadcast today, and still made us look silly. And they're right behind us in the standings. They're like a half game back. We're actually tied in the loss column. We just happen to have one more win, so we've played one more game than them. Anyway, crappy. So coming up, we have the NBA Cup on Tuesday. That's going to possibly be an exciting game. I hope RJ comes back for that. They didn't really talk about whether or not he will, but that's going to be on Tuesday. So let's go Raptors. Hopefully you can get yourself organized. Maybe AJ Lawson will stay up and be able to come in earlier to that game. But you know what? Maybe he played well enough that he's going to get the start instead of Jacoby Walter. That would be really interesting. He's certainly a couple years older than him, I believe. So, we got a little more maturity maybe in the starting lineup if RJ is not able to play. But let's see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. Mr. Beast for President. We will see you guys on Tuesday.